Welcome back to the Dark Truth Diaries. Tonight's story is personal. Not because it happened to me, but because I was there when the truth finally surfaced. I watched the slow collapse of a man who believed he had beaten the system, and the quiet rise of a woman everyone underestimated. This isn't a story about sudden violence. It's about patience, endurance, and the kind of revenge that doesn't scream, it waits. For years, he used her time, her loyalty, her love, her silence. And when she finally stopped giving, he realized something far too late. She wasn't done with him yet. I met Elena Brooks on a rainy Tuesday afternoon. She didn't look like someone carrying a story this heavy. No dramatic makeup. No shaking hands. No visible anger. Just tired eyes, and a calm that felt unsettling. She told me she wanted her story told not for sympathy, not for validation, but for clarity. "I need people to understand," she said. "Not what I did, but why I waited so long to do it." That was my first clue. This wasn't a crime of passion. It was a crime of endurance. Marcus Hale was charming in a way that disarmed people instantly. Confident. Well-spoken. Ambitious. The kind of man who knew exactly what to say and when to say it. Elena met Marcus when she was 23. He was 31. Already established. Already successful, at least on the surface. He told her she was special. Different. The only person who truly understood him. And like many people who want to be loved deeply, she believed him. What she didn't know then was that Marcus didn't love people. He used them. At first, the requests were small. "Can you help me cover rent this month? Can you co-sign this loan? Can you handle the paperwork? You're better with details." Elena paid. Signed. Organized. She believed they were building a future. But Marcus never built anything. He bounced between business ideas that never materialized. Used her credit. Used her savings. Used her emotional labor. Whenever she questioned him, he turned it around. "You don't believe in me. You're just like everyone else. If you really loved me." And slowly, quietly, Elena learned something dangerous. Her love was conditional. His manipulation was not. What Marcus never noticed, because he never really looked at Elena, was that she remembered everything. Every transaction. Every promise. Every lie. She kept emails. Text messages. Bank statements. Not because she planned revenge, but because something inside her knew. One day, she'd need proof that she wasn't crazy. That instinct would save her later. The affair didn't shock her. That's what surprised me most when she told me. She found the messages accidentally. Marcus had left his laptop open. No denial. No confrontation. Just confirmation. "He wasn't even discreet," she said. "He didn't think I was smart enough to notice." But instead of leaving, she stayed. And this is where the story turns dark. Elena didn't stay because she was weak. She stayed because she was watching. Marcus grew careless. Confident. Arrogant. He talked openly about money. About side deals. About shortcuts he was taking. And Elena listened. She began documenting everything, quietly, methodically. Because now, she wasn't just being used. She was gathering leverage. What Marcus didn't know was that Elena had begun rebuilding herself. She took online courses at night. Quietly consulted a financial advisor. Spoke to a lawyer off the record. She opened new accounts. Protected what little remained of her finances. And most importantly, she stopped loving him. That emotional detachment was the most dangerous move of all. The breaking point came when Marcus tried to push her further. He wanted her to take out another loan, this time in her name alone. When she hesitated, he snapped. Called her ungrateful. Stupid. Replaceable. That was the moment she realized. He never saw her as a partner. Only a resource. And resources, once depleted, are discarded. Elena didn't scream. Didn't cry. She agreed. And then she set the trap. She encouraged Marcus to put everything in writing. Asked him to explain for clarity. He walked right into it. emails, messages, voice notes, proof of fraud, proof of manipulation, proof of financial abuse. Everything he'd done to her and others. The day Elena left, she didn't pack bags. She packed evidence. She filed reports, submitted documents, contacted people Marcus had wronged before her. And like dominoes, his world fell apart. Accounts frozen. Business partners vanished. The mistress disappeared. Marcus tried calling Elena. She blocked him. For the first time in years. He had no one to use. Months later, Marcus saw Elena by chance. She looked different. Stronger. Lighter. He tried to speak to her. She didn't stop walking. And that, Elena told me, was the moment she finally won. Not because he suffered, but because she no longer cared. Elena didn't want revenge glorified. She wanted awareness. People think revenge is loud, she said. But the real kind is quiet. It's choosing yourself after years of being drained. She didn't destroy Marcus. She let him face himself. Without anyone left to blame. And that is the story of Elena Brooks. A woman who was used for years, but refused to let that be her ending. If this story resonates with you, if you've ever felt drained, manipulated, or overlooked, remember this. The most dangerous moment for someone who exploits you is the moment you stop needing them. If you enjoyed this story, like the video, subscribe to the Dark Truth Diaries, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Until next time, protect your peace, trust your instincts, and never underestimate the power of quiet patience. Because some people don't get revenge, they get free.